And welcome back. What's happening? Peter. Evening, love. Oh, and some people I didn't expect to see again. Well, at least Lawrence. Lawrence? Was it right? Is he called Lawrence? Oh, we'll see. Evening, love. Good evening, Peter. It's been a rough month, huh? What do you want? I mean, I'll give you your drink, but otherwise, I'm not sure why you— Whoa! Whoa, I almost missed this drink. Yeah, otherwise I don't know why he sat at the front without me calling him. We already talked about everything, Peter. I don't need you anymore. Except for romance, but you know. Well, we could— No. This is something he gave us information about. So— what do you want? You can talk a little bit more about Sandra's switchblade. I'm trusting you to do right by her, partner. That's more trust than I've ever put in anyone. I don't want anything to happen to either of you. I'll sort this out. I mean, Hugo's here, so we'll talk. Hugo. Wait, should I listen to this conversation first? Whoa, I didn't see that one coming. Why is it still saying Maria? It's Killian who's speaking, right? Really? You didn't? Well, no, that's a lie. I knew your parents were sort of intense. That's certainly one way of putting it. I just can't believe that becoming a photographer was the straw that broke the camel's back, you know? After all of the other stuff you've pulled, I mean. Remember when you first joined me and Alina at the lounge? One of the girls at the bar warned me you stole a bottle of champagne? While out on a date with her friend, you bolted without paying the bill. Killian shifts awkwardly in his seat, his cheeks as salmon pink as his suit. I think it was just a Prusik. And Vincent told me you run over a bunch of people's mailboxes on Strada Luica with your dad's radio car? Just the one. One measly mailbox, and maybe a small sapling. And didn't you get into a scuffle with a waiter at the Grand Palacio for staining your dinner jacket? He dropped a bread roll in my gazpacho. Hey, let's just change the topic, okay? Alright. At least if it embarrasses you now, that means you've grown out of those kind of antics. Of course, I'm mortified. Goddess, no wonder you hate me so much if you know all of this. I never hated you, Killian. I mean, I'll admit I thought you were a bit of a bonehead at first. And a peacock. I'm afraid not even Reese would argue with you on that. I was just protective of Alina. Maybe a little possessive too. I didn't want her to end up in a bad match, that's all. I'm sorry I was a bit hostile at times. It's alright, it's all in the past. I'm sure we can put it behind us and focus on more positive things. Miss Bai told me about your big tournament. I never understood much about chess, despite Alina's best efforts to explain it. But I know how much this must mean to you, to both of you. So, congratulations! I'm sure Alina is proud of you. Thanks, Killian. You can be really sweet, you know that? I was glad to hear you found the right thing for you in the end. Even if it wasn't chess or medicine. I really like the photos you showed me. You have a good eye. And I'm glad you're taking pictures of more than just blonde girls these days. Your portraits of Reese are stunning. Oh, well, yes, thanks, Maria. Is she implying something? Comparing the photos of blonde girls to photos of Reese? Alright, Hugo. Good evening, partner. Oh, bad mood. Do you regret what you did to Sandra? Of course I do. I regretted it even while I was doing it, long before I knew Lynn would escape and everything was going to fall apart. I joined the force because I wanted to help vulnerable people, but following the law forced me to betray her. She would have made an amazing investigator if she'd been dealt a different hand. Lynn used speakeasies as his hunting ground. The profits from the bureau were out for blood. They showed no mercy. Even if she was only in prison for a year or so, the black mark it leaves on her makes it exceptionally hard to find a reputable job. That's awful. Yes, I betrayed someone who trusted me. I may have ruined her life, and for what? A promotion. Promotion in a job that will likely kill me someday. In a way, the case that made my career was my original sin, my biggest regret. It's not too late to set this right? And how would I do that? By letting her off the hook. If we wanted to ensure the nightcap's safety, your safety, my superiors will need a name to close this case. I'm not destroying your life to spare hers. That is out of the question. Then what do we do? The way I see it, there's two options now. She would agree to become a fugitive. Sandra could do what Lynn did and run. I can give her ample headway to leave the country before making my case. She would have a fresh start, but she'd have to leave Zara behind. We already talked about that. And option 2. If she would agree to face the music instead, her cooperation would greatly help her case, especially if Vincent pulls through. I can construct the best lawyers I can find to hopefully get her a mild sentence. She would likely face some prison time, but she could move on with her life as a free woman afterwards, and still a black mark on her record. Either way, it will be up to her to make the choice, and up to you to help her make the right one. I talked to her. I already talked to her. Maybe I should have waited first before talking to her. Alright. Why is this still open? If it wasn't Lynn, then who's doing this? I don't know. I need to think. Hugo's keeping it together, but you can tell his nerves are frayed. Strong drink might make him open up about his real feelings. Oh. Alright, you have to be drunk for that. I don't really have anything. But yeah, here's the motive. Damn it, Vincent, you old fool. I knew he was able to escape the repercussions by feigning ignorance. He told the police he merely rented the space. According to him, the bar had been Sandra's idea. Wow. That's such a asshole move of him. I think it's even worse than Hugo, to be honest. Hugo at least openly threatened her, you know? Like, if you don't do this, then poor you. So you knew that he was an asshole. But Vincent, he stabbed you in the back. I realized that had been a lie when I saw this place open again. A reason he used her as an obvious scapegoat to save his own skin. I never realized he had promised to protect her. Hell hath no fury. Alright, and we got the weapon. A weapon whose blade will certainly match Vincent's injury. Nice work, partner. It's been a long day. Wait, that's it? You could have... I mean... said a little bit more about that, you know? Oh, okay. Well, that was him who told us about this. Sandra Fisher? Oh wait, I haven't given him his drink yet, so we can make him drunk. What? You really think Sandra Fisher could be our culprit? What makes you say that? She's been out of prison for a while now, Hugo. She's a customer here. What? Why didn't you tell me this? You've just been chatting with her this whole time. I didn't even know who she was. Don't turn this around on me. You never told me anything. Ah, forget this. You need to be careful, bartender. She's not your friend. She really has been coming here. She's a suspect, you understand? Don't let her know you're onto her. I don't want you to put yourself in danger. Too late. She's not some monster. I'm sure I could sort this all out by talking to her. I did. Don't be a fool. You know what I've done to her. I wouldn't expect her to be reasonable about this. Friendly conversation won't change that. There's a flick of something in Hugo's eyes. Regret? Don't make yourself a loose end to be cut. Just help me get the evidence I need to close this case. I need proof she could have attacked Vincent, and I need a motive. Without evidence to actually hold her, we set ourselves up for another disaster like Lynn. I think I know her motive. You do? Vincent was going to protect someone, but broke his promise. I think that was Sandra. I see. He abandoned her when the nightclub was shut down and left her holding the bag. The old fool. That just leaves her means then. Wagner would probably have a clue. Maybe a tough nut to crack though. Best of luck. That already happened. A little bit too late for that. Alright, you are at a 4. So your favorite makes you drunk. How nice. Drink. Wait, why is this not active? We got so close. Wait, what did he talk beforehand? I thought he would talk the same. This is the same. It was my fault that Lynn slipped the net. I messed up the Natalia Reid case and then he killed again. All of this woman. Goodness, it's all my fault. We got so close. I had him in my sights. But it just wasn't enough. He caught on before I could gather enough evidence to close the case. I was an arrogant fool. Whoever's doing this, they want to see me suffer because they know, and they want to make sure you know too. Even that stupid case on the bar, it's not enough for them to taunt me with all the skeletons in my closet. They want an audience. I bet this was never about Vincent. Stabbing an innocent man right on our doorstep, sending the police here, it will destroy both of us. I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, that's the same thing as last time. Alright, sit down. I have business to attend to. Did we already speak to Ellen about the switchblade? Yes, we did. I mean, I think it's actually just over. We already talked to Sandra, but I'm still thinking she will come back to tell us her decision. Lawrence Sullivan IV steps down into the bar, his expression serene. When he spots you, he gives you a brief nod and heads over. Good evening, partner. Won't be stopping long. I just wanted to offer my thoughts and prayers to Vincent and let you know everyone at the theatre is hoping he'll pull through. Thanks, Lawrence. Poor Vincent has been through a lot. Did you know I was friends with both him and his wife when we were young things? So a long time ago. I had no idea. Yes, Flora was a charming lady. Vincent doted on her. Back in their youth, he was quite smitten. She loved scarves, you know, bright, colorful ones. A warm-hearted lady who always felt it too cold inside her. She wanted to move abroad with Vincent, but she was never quite well enough. I see. Why is he gossiping? Back when he worked at his father's central offices as a young man, the shopkeepers on the boulevard would put all their most colorful scarves on display in the window. They knew if Vincent saw them, he would buy them for Flora, no hesitation. When she passed away, I invited myself over for dinner one evening. We weren't close friends, but I was concerned for his well-being. I've never seen a human being so hollowed out. A hammer fell on his heart and smashed it to shards. He was a shell of a man. I remember looking for a clean glass to pour us some wine and opening a cupboard to find boxes upon boxes of unopened scarves. He had simply never gotten around to giving them to her. Vincent loved deeply, and when he lost Flora, that love did not go away. Instead, it went out into the community. In a million ways, he gave generously to everyone he could. Of course, is not perfect. No one is. But still, the community he fostered cares deeply for him, as do his friends, old and new. How are you doing, Lawrence? Me? Capital, dear friend. Are you working on something new? Indeed I am. A new work based on a Bildungsroman about a young man who aspires to greatness in the theater and achieves it. Bildungsroman is a educational novel. but I already said that at the beginning, I think. Well, interesting. For you? Yes, indeed. I had asked an old writing partner to work with me on it, but she was busy with some loftier projects. So I have conscripted a young student writer to help me instead. Ooh, is that smart? My colleagues are skeptical that it will come together, but I remain confident. After Dalliance was cut short, I needed a new direction, and while I am keen to find new talent, I will be more careful when casting the play. If I have learned one lesson, it's that I must support my actors, and probably vet them more carefully too. Wow, finally you learned something. I'm having trouble finding a decent prop master though. Perhaps I should not have let Ree slip away. I didn't realize their work was quite so pivotal. I may have cast aside the best in the business. Yeah, you did. You know, I was thinking about Stavros' death. I can't help but think that maybe I need to do some things differently from now on. What? You realize that? I think I should consider the well-being of my actors more carefully, especially young women. Within reason, of course. I still need to focus on the quality of the production first and foremost. But in future, I think I'll listen a little more. How smart of you. Glad to hear it. Anyway, I should be going. I don't expect to be back unless Vincent returns. Wouldn't like to be caught up in any scandal this place might experience. But I do hope it doesn't come to that. Best of luck, Bartender. And still thinking about himself. Well, he can't help us anyway. Is there something I can Google, actually? Nah. Alright. Alright. Gillian? Did you know Reese has a free room available to rent? Really? The atelier? I didn't think they needed the extra income that much. Maybe you could move in. Oh, I don't know. I don't imagine they'd want me to share with them. That's why I've never asked. Their personal space always seemed so important to them, and they don't approve of my interior decorating either. They said my velvet lampshade was tacky. I think they'd like you to ask. Oh, you really think so? They didn't say anything like that to me. Then again, it is Reese we're talking about. Sometimes trying to understand them is like trying to solve a puzzle with a blindfold on. They're always so mysterious. Still, it's a puzzle I'm determined to solve. Thank you, Bartender. I talked to them. Very cute. He also knew Sandra, right? I could ask about her. I noticed you were talking to Maria. I was, yes. It would be tough to avoid each other here, wouldn't it? And I don't see the point in trying. We were never really friends. She was always a rival for Alina's affection. Though it's a little silly, looking back. She's not so bad, really. And we are the two people who loved Alina most. Maybe if things had been different, we could have supported one another. But we missed that chance. It's too late. It's not too late to become friends. Maybe you're right. She does have her merits, I won't lie. She's probably the smartest person I know. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to buy her a drink. Go for it, Gillian. So, do you know Sandra? About Vincent's mistakes. Classic Vincent. He was always pretty judgy towards anyone with a criminal record. I would know. You run over one stupid mailbox in your father's car, and suddenly you're some irredeemable hooligan. Thankfully my mother bailed me out. I bet Sandra didn't have it easy. No, she didn't. But you did know Sandra. Really? You think it's her? I thought she got on rather well with Vincent. You don't think she did it? I mean, she could have. We never really liked each other that much. About a month it has been. I feel like I've been put through the ringer a few times. He didn't really talk that much. Whoa, a dangerous woman. As exciting as that sounds, it seems I'm lucky I've never crossed her. And that she's not my type. Yeah, she's not blonde. Goodness, even when I'm no longer living in with my mother, I can still hear her yelling at me to go to bed. Yeah, go. I want to talk to Maria anyway. You talk to Killian? Oh, I can't. Well, Sandra Switchblade. Sleeping with a switchblade? Goodness, I can't imagine how rough her life was if she needs that to feel safe. I feel bad for her. And that's it. Okay, can't do anything with her. We already talked to Peter, so that's the end for this day. The question is, are we going to continue? I mean, yes, but I want to see if Sandra comes back. If not, we could just turn the case in. What's happening? Sandra? No. Oh, Björn? Oh, yeah. They want to say bye or something? Björn is back. Lucas catches your eye, and when he sees you, he sees you're not busy, he tugs on Björn's sleeve, and they both walk over with matching smiles. When is the wedding? Hey, Paul, me and Lucas were just talking about you. All good, I hope? Oh yes, definitely. We owe you a lot, and that's why we wanted you to be the first to hear our news. What news? We're leaving. Oh. You're leaving? Yeah, that's a lot more to it than that. Please tell our friend why we are leaving, where we are going, and most importantly, why they are invited to join us. Alright, so me and Lucas, Lucas and I have been talking about our plans for the future. We like the city fine, but, well, we both loved the countryside too. You see, when I was on my last trip to Scotia, I found this really nice wee cabin next to a lake. It was on a border, and, well, it's not exactly home. Yeah, our friend doesn't need the whole backstory. Skip to the important part. Right, so this cabin is in a gorgeous wee spot, and there's a real variety of finches, sparrows, and even some kestrels that nest in the hills near the lake. That's not important. A cottage. Björn and I have plans to move to a cottage near the Nevis Hills. I have some savings, and Björn is handy. We found the most perfect little property. Run down, but with lots of potential. It's still too expensive to my mind, Lucas. You let me worry about that. After all, when we get to the cottage... The cabin. When we get to the cottage, and it is a cottage because we will fill it with blankets, rugs, nice crockery, vases for flowers, and proper fireplace, I'll be the one sitting by the window, sipping coffee while watch you chop firewood and renovate the whole place. I suppose fair is fair. And when we have made it a proper home, we'll have guests, and amongst the first will be you, our dear friend who made almost every part of our dream possible. Well, thank you. Listen, Paul, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be together, and I'd be in prison. Lucas was letting you off the hook too easy, as usual. Well, the first time I didn't really save you, you know? I cheated. We'll not be taking no for an answer. When that place is set up, there's a guest room for you, and anytime you need a cozy bed and two good friends, well, our home is your home. I can't wait. It's an open invite, my friend, and anytime you needed to escape the city, escape to us. We'll even try to mix you a drink. Aye, Lucas can do that a bit. I don't know much about mixing drinks, but I'll fry you up a proper Scotian meal. I hope you like deep fried food. Oh yes, I love it. If it's vegetarian. Peter, what do you want again? Evening, love. Good evening, Peter. Why is he always coming? I don't want you to come. Sit down. Ilya? Evening. Most things. Tell me something to keep my mind occupied. Oh wait, we can make her like us a little bit more. Even if that doesn't matter anymore, but you know. So, Sandra is the killer. the, like, culprit, not killer. A switchblade certainly matches the injuries the nurse described. I'm angry she attacked Vincent, but I feel like there must be some pain that made her lash out like this. What desperation makes someone think this is their only option? Well, I don't have anything other to tell you. Clara? Well, Vincent mistake. I had no idea Vincent had pulled something like that. How mean! Thought he was better than that. Okay, so there's nothing to talk about with her as well. Pity, pity, pity. I think we are done here, actually. But before we talk to Eleanor, I think we are... No, do we have to submit it to Eleanor or do we have to submit it to Hugo? Sit down. We'll take a look. Okay. I can submit it. Alright, I'll just save. Just in case I want to see other days. For example, I wouldn't have seen Lucas and Björn if I had concluded the case already. Remember, regardless of your personal feelings, we need to give the police a solid case if we want to ensure the nightcap remains open. Don't hold anything back. Wait, actually... Why is there no Sandra? Come to an agreement with the culprit. That's terrific. The confession may cover any holes left in our case file. Hugo will still need to submit something to assuage his superiors in the meantime, though. So give me all you have. Are you ready to present your theory to me? Here's what I found. Who do you believe is responsible for attacking Vincent? Sandra Fisher. So the nightcap's former barkeep was to be the architect of its downfall. A sad twist of fate, but it definitely makes sense. How do you think she committed the attack? She's known to use a switchblade. A personal weapon that will undoubtedly match Vincent's injury. A damning piece of evidence indeed. And why did Sandra want to murder Vincent? Vincent broke his promise to protect her. Vincent withdrew the support he promised and let Sandra take the fall when the nightcap was shut down, leading to a world of misery for her, no doubt. A powerful motivation for revenge. Take a breath. Are you sure about your answers? Once you submit this to Hugo, there will be no going back. I am confident. Alright, then I give you my seal of approval. Go and present your findings to Hugo. He can tell you what comes next. I hope we've made the right choice. Me too. So, we just have to wait. Next day. Hugo? Hit her again. Just sit down. Alright. Now are we going straight to Hugo? Hugo walks up to the bar. Despite the strain he's under, he looks stern and serious. A flash of determination in his eyes. See, you have the case files for me. You've made a final verdict then? Indeed I have. Good. Very good. Then I take this to my superiors right away. Hugo tucks the case file into his coat pocket and gets up from the stool. See you soon, bartender. Hugo walks back up the stairs and exits the bar. Alright, now it's waiting time. So, can I? Nope. Alright. Time to close up. And then I just have to wait Okay, let's see if Sandra really left. You examine the detective's face as he sighs and lowers himself on the stool, looking for any hint of worry or relief. Hugo looks visibly relieved, as if a weight has fallen from his shoulders. Good job, partner. It seems we've done it. The case proved solid and will remain in my hands. The nightcap will be safe. As I was preparing to submit our findings, I found a letter waiting for me on my desk. Sandra's confession. It all but ensured our case was airtight. Couldn't be more impressed. What you achieved here, forming a real human connection, a bond of trust, and talking around. Could never even dream of that. I already let her know I'm ready to make the arrest soon, but I'm buying her as much time as I can to let her skip the country. Nice. The hunt for her will fizzle out just like Linz did. Before long, this will all be forgotten. It will be a stain on my record as a detective, but a great weight lifted from my conscience. Thank you for getting through to her, and for sticking with me through it all. I know we've had our ups and downs, but I'm glad to have met you, and proud to call you my partner. I think we make a solid team. Whatever the future holds, still want me around after this is all over? Let's keep this partnership going. Well, I would love that, detective. Investigating things is my jam. You would? Oh, that makes me very happy. Hugo smiles kindly and reaches out a hand to you across the bar. Oh, he's smiling again. He squeezes your hand as you shake it. Well then, it's been a pleasure, partner. I see you on the other side. Good luck, partner. And that's the end. Oh. You're going to wake up? That's it. Well, that's the end. Kinda abrupt, but how else do you want to end it? Yeah, very, very fun game, very interesting game with interesting characters that are quite like the first impression of the characters is different from when you get to know them better. Like, for example, Killian was annoying at first, but he got better and he was kind of like my bestie, you know? And all the other characters. It was a very great game, I think. Good writing. Except for, I think you could have done a little bit more with the drinks you serve. Just because that kind of was unnecessary, even though you're having you're the bartender. But yeah, that was the most unnecessary part of this game. And of course, not finding the correct clues, even though you already know the answer. But that's usually the case with these games, so I'm not really too bothered about that. Yeah, and I did solve all the cases in the end, so that's great. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next playthrough. Bye bye!